I was raised in Runnels, Iowa. My exposure to God was through my grandma and her willingness to take me to vacation Bible school. I learned about God at a young age and believed in Him, but never understood the full picture or why people chose to go to church every Sunday. I always assumed that since God gave me life, that He wanted me to live it the way I wanted to. I will admit I had my doubts about whether or not God existed based on circumstances in my life, such as why did He take my mom when I was only 3 years old, forcing me to grow up without a mom. I led a very rebellious life as a teenager and young adult. I always put my own needs first. My life consisted of partying, drinking, smoking, sex, and racing was my main focus in life. This created many hardships in my life and multiple lost relationships. God was certainly never a priority in my life at this time. I continued my reckless, selfish lifestyle that had led me through one divorce prior to meeting Tara. She attended High Point Church as she was really struggling with some difficult circumstances herself. It was there she had learned that Christians need to marry Christians, which prompted her and me to have a very serious conversation about our future, as we already were engaged and she knew that I did not know God. We talked about God, our beliefs, and I quickly realized I had a lot to learn. I agreed to attend High Point Church as I knew that it would make her happy, but quickly grew into something so much more. We met with Greg as I felt I had so many questions and I wanted answers. And then we joined a Bible study group. On February 7, 2016, I attended church with my family, and it was a sermon about hell and Satan. I won't lie, I was a little scared that day. I had been learning for a few months about how incredible God was and how amazing it would be in heaven, yet I was still a sinner and had not accepted Jesus into my heart. On that day, I asked God to save me as I was a sinner and knew without Him I would spend eternally miserable in hell, apart from our holy God. I also thought about the importance of raising our children to find God and ensure their salvation so they could spend eternity with God. Since this experience, I try to live the way Jesus would want me to live. I try to share the gospel as much as I can, with the understanding that I'm still learning so much every day. I now understand why my grandmother pushed me so hard as a child to find God at a young age. I now have peace in every circumstance. I now looking forward to attending church every Sunday, which was never the case when I was younger. I have made so many great friends with my church family, and they show me and my family so much support.